Salam, marhaba, namaste, sat sri akal, mabuhay, privyet to all of you wonderful people today. Today's Terrific Tuesday is coming, I guess, live with all of you. As you can understand, nowadays are pressing times, testing times for all of us, for all of humanity, mainly due to the COVID-19 virus, which is spreading rapidly across the globe. Still, I believe humanity overall has the resolve and the conviction and the intelligence to get through this particular time together and learn what we need to learn from this process and hopefully evolve into better human beings. Similarly, talking about learning and evolving, the digital age that we are in nowadays automatically, I think, will get more amplified, and at the same time it is going to have far-reaching effects for a lot of people globally in terms of the way they do business, in terms of the way they are reaching out to colleagues, to partners, to other mediums. And similarly, this Terrific Tuesday now is essentially communicating this particular talk from me online. Moving on directly to the subject at hand, today the idea was to basically just share a couple of quick tips with you all about how social media in general and particularly Instagram is having a very positive effect for users and for influencers and for consumers. So for people who are looking to probably get onto this bandwagon, utilize it to their benefit, or maybe even just enjoy it for their own social pastime, the quick 9 tips I thought I'd quickly share with all of you. Simple basics, nothing, like I said, too fancy or too difficult to grasp. The first thing, I guess, which we will start off with is essentially going to be what everybody is looking for nowadays, is how to increase your following on Instagram pages. Now basically, it's again, all you have to be doing is, in order to generate a good following or a good base of interactive people to be with you, is you need to be coming up with a particular marketing strategy. It can be pretty basic or it can be pretty extensive depending on what your mid-term to long-term goal is going to be. Just simply putting it across, if you can see maybe in the screen behind me, that there are probably 7% of users who are following a particular brand online at this particular moment. That is obviously amplifying how effective Instagram is as a social media tool, and how a lot of existing brands are currently utilizing this tool to reach out to consumers, to increase their fan base. And similarly, when us as an individual, we decide to probably use this tool to spread across our message to people, first and foremost, the strategy should be that you have to work out how are you going to be increasing your particular following. Point 2, very simply put, first impression do matter. I guess probably more so in the social world than in the practical world nowadays. So you need to devise a particular image for yourself, hopefully not a fake one, something which is very, very close to you as an individual, you as a real person, and that impression is going to be, I guess, modified a bit and heightened a bit so that it can reach out to a lot of people across the globe, different languages, who will be interested to see what you have on offer for them. So again, you need to work out the impressions that you want to create, that you want to leave with your prospective interactors, and then at the same time you have to obviously be very, very, how should I say, alive to what is happening in the social society around you. How would you like to make an entry? Would you like to probably put up a small blog? Would you like to probably make up a small video? Would you like to probably just do a text introduction for yourself? Depends on what your strong point is, depends on what you feel is something which you can amplify on, you take that as your entry and strategize and do your marketing to move ahead and hopefully build your online persona along with time. Third tip, very quickly, is I guess applies to pretty much everything nowadays, whether again it is social or whether it's in the practical world. You need to be consistent. You cannot just simply put up one particular post once a week maybe, or maybe even once a month, and expect people to be looking out to get in touch with you, unless of course you are already at a particular stage. You're already a celebrity, you're already a very, very well-known personality in your respective field. That is something entirely different. But if you're somebody who is trying to reach out to an audience, who is trying to create an impression with what you have on offer, what would you like to give to people, to interact with, to enjoy with, then you need to be definitely a whole lot more consistent. Again, scheduling it, obviously in my understanding, helps a lot. You will be able to set up a particular, how could I say, a guideline for yourself, a timeline for yourself, which will help you in consistently send across meaningful and positive messages, images, and blogs even for that matter, which you wish to send out and get other people to read it, interact with you and appreciate you, and then at the same time obviously grow. One more time, the whole objective of being online in a medium of Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, I guess obviously it is, I guess, to get social acceptance. Probably there is a product that you feel is worth sharing with the people online, but you need to be obviously not be too pushy about it. You need to make sure that you are presenting the product, presenting the idea in a subtle way, in a presentable manner, and not trying to get too pushy or too salesy with people. Because at the end of the day, you need to understand it has to be interactive. You can't simply keep on pressing one particular button and pushing it to people across, buy this, look at this, or vote on this, or and so on and so on. You need to build their interest. You need to be interactive with your supposedly followers or your group of people, so that they understand where you are actually coming from, what is the reason that you are probably promoting a particular brand or a particular product. So build on the relations first, rather than building on selling a particular product or a service from day one. One quick thought is that you can even perhaps mix up your content. Mixing up your content, normal day, you have good mood swings and bad mood swings. You have something good to add up to with your colleagues or family members or friends, sometimes not so good. So the more humanized your account is going to be, I guess it's going to be all the more appealing for people to be in touch with you, to keep on interacting with you, and even listen to the products or information that you have to share with them. Quickly on to number 8. A lot of people feel going across and sending information and details about ourselves in a live mode is not a safe bet. I've been doing Facebook Live for a number of times now. I even have put across a couple of videos on other mediums. I think going live is something which is much more interactive, something which will obviously give to your community, your followers, a different feel, and it's definitely probably the way to go in the near future. In fact, it will give you an opportunity to connect with your audience live. Whatever you are proposing to them, whatever you're interested in the subject, they can give you their feedback at that particular time, and that will hopefully be educative enough for you as well to figure out how do you need to position your particular topic or brand in the coming future. Do keep in mind, when you do go live, you have to make it interactive. Do not make it a monologue like probably what I'm doing with you right now. It has to be interactive in order to let people know that you're receptive to what their feedback is. and that you are open to their suggestions. And then similarly, you are going to even, let's say, follow up on good suggestion, which will eventually be good for you as a person, good for you as a social persona online. Number 6, visuals always make an impact, no matter what particular marketing background you're from, or the possibility of sensing a quick video, seeing something with a different background, or a nice picture which you've clicked probably along the way, and presenting it to your audience is definitely going to have a much more positive impact. It's going to have a much more, I would say, long-lasting impression for people who are interacting with you. You can obviously at the same time look at branding yourself with other people, with other influencers, and share their books and share their text and share their pictures along with yours, so that collectively you can, I guess, move ahead for a common cause or move ahead for a common product. As I just mentioned, you need to develop partnership with other social influencers that will automatically give you a bigger leverage in terms of reaching out to a bigger audience. It will obviously allow you to perhaps promote other brands and products, and then at the same time these will be, I guess, adding to your repertoire of having a lot more to offer than just probably one particular product. Do keep in mind, when you do this sharing with other influencers, it does give you an edge in terms of being a lot more cost effective, because the reach you're able to expand by, if I can say, co-branding with other influencers, by co-branding with other users online, is quite exponential. The name of the game nowadays obviously is add hashtags. Hashtags play a very important role in social media on a number of mediums, because they help you to reach out to a lot of audience which is looking for something specific. You need to develop either your own unique hashtags, and then you need to work on them and start promoting them, or at the same time you can look at hashtags which are trending, which are true, and you can also employ them in your particular post, be it again a live post or be it a text post. These hashtags will obviously give you that extra impetus in being available for people when they make those specific searches using those specific words. Ideally, I guess the hashtags should not be too short. It should not be too long. Somewhere between 7 to 11 wordings is pretty much sufficient, and that is what you should be looking at. Quickly on to the last tip, if I may say. Number 9 is user-generated content. Now again, this is something which will primarily be helping you with your promotions, and it will be used when you are doing photographs and you are putting videos online, and probably even expanding on your particular personal profile. It's a very, very cost-effective market strategy. Ideally, the whole idea is that the users are going to be helping you, or they're going to be interacting with you on the content that you have put across, and that will create that necessary buzz in keeping a particular topic alive and sustained for a number of days, for a number of weeks. In other words, it will even help you to get into the trending zone. When you obviously go into the trending zone, that means that your particular content has reached a particular milestone in terms of hits, in terms of people reached, in terms of interactions. So that means that you are doing something correct in the long run. Anyways, like I said, quick 9 tips is what I wanted to put across to you. I hope this talk has been beneficial. Do take the time out, have a look at my profile on the links you can see at the back. It's Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook primarily. And I wish you all good health, stay safe, and we will be in touch with you, me personally, from time to time. God bless.